Alexa Bliss has some fans talking after some intriguing new pictures were released. We'll also see what's new with Roman Reigns, Ricochet, and more. Starting things off with a rare spotting for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has become pretty rare to come across since his WrestleMania 40 loss. No real public events, no media for WWE, or anything of that sort. The only time Roman has been seen post-WrestleMania 40 was from a couple of pictures that leaked from the movie set he was on. And now we're finally seeing an updated picture of Roman Reigns. A new photo recently surfaced online of what appears to be Roman Reigns at a gym posing for a picture. Lots of fans had complimented Roman's physique and appearance, saying that he looked very ready for his big return to the WWE ring, potentially later this summer. There's still no official confirmation or word about Roman's next WWE-related appearance or return, but the big popular fan assumption and theory is that Roman will be back in time for SummerSlam and will have a match on that card. And if that does turn out to be true, a lot suspect that Roman's SummerSlam opponent will be no other than Solo Sikoa, who has quickly become a big villain within Roman's universe. A lot of fans expect Roman to return and confront Solo Sikoa right away, to lead towards that big SummerSlam match. Paul Heyman even dropped some intriguing remarks about how the Bloodline has to keep their eye on Cody and keep him in check, because Roman will obviously want to get his title back. But looking at it from a realistic point of view in this story, Roman Reigns will be returning as a babyface. So it doesn't seem that likely that WWE would have a big babyface versus babyface WWE title match between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. It just doesn't seem beneficial for a match of either side if Roman is now a big babyface. So it makes sense for Paul Heyman and the other characters to address the idea of Roman coming back after the title. But coming fresh off his hiatus, fresh into babyface turn, and coming off a big 1,400-day long title reign, it doesn't really seem likely that Roman will be going anywhere near the title picture for the time being. So the situation he finds himself in pretty much blocks him getting back into the WWE title picture. But that's not a big deal though, because obviously Roman has a lot of story to tell with the new Bloodline Civil War. So the battle amongst the family and reuniting with the original Bloodline members should keep Roman occupied for the rest of the year. This will also be Roman's first time as a babyface since the very early months of 2020. So it'll be great to see how the Tribal Chief character continues to transition into this babyface run. Alexa Bliss got some buzz circulating around her name this week after she posted some new pictures. Alexa recently got her hair done, and the hairstylist shared the before and after pictures of her new look. This created a little bit of conversation and buzz surrounding a potential WWE return for Alexa Bliss, because Uncle Howdy's coming back in a few days and starting things back up there. And with Alexa now revealing that she got her hair newly done and has this new look going on, all within the same time span, it has fans hopeful and thinking that maybe she's gearing up for a return to the ring. Based on the Uncle Howdy teasers and even some remarks from Alexa Bliss herself, it doesn't seem like Alexa Bliss will be back with Uncle Howdy and the family right away on day one. If she does end up being there with them on day one, that'll be a completely unexpected surprise. But all signs seem to indicate that Alexa won't be there initially. But everyone is holding out hope that Alexa Bliss will turn out to be a late addition to the family that appears and happens a bit later in the year. Howdy's family perfectly sits at 5 members. They're just missing one individual before they can use that Wyatt 6 name. So hopefully Alexa Bliss is that big final piece that turns Howdy's family into the Wyatt 6. Alexa played a very crucial part in Bray Wyatt's universe over the last few years. So it does perfectly make sense to give her that big honor of being the final 6th family member. Now let's get into some matters with Ricochet, because there's a lot going on there with him. June 10th was Ricochet's final WWE Raw appearance. WWE wrote him off television by getting absolutely destroyed by Braun Breaker. Some fans like the write-off because their young star, Braun Breaker, benefits as being the one to fully take out an established star like Ricochet, while other fans think it was a pretty brutal send-off and could have been handled in a different way. The nice touch to this send-off was that his partner, Samantha Irvin, saw what was happening on the big screen and she ran out to be with Ricochet and get in the ambulance with him. That was a nice little touch, because if Samantha was to see everything that happened to him on the screen and just carry on with her announcing duties for the rest of the night like usual, that would be pretty strange. So that part of the send-off was a very nice small detail. A lot of fans were concerned about Samantha Irvin's status and if she would be following Ricochet right out of WWE. But for the time being, it appears that she's remaining in WWE. Samantha Irvin herself had to get involved and responded to fans after they took one of her recent posts in a twisted way. Samantha posted a picture of Ricochet to her Instagram page, and the comment section was flooded with fans leaving sarcastic and sneaky remarks about how Ricochet doesn't seem injured at all to them. That's when Samantha Irvin had to take to her Instagram story to address these fans and tell them that the picture was 7 months old. Samantha told the fans it's completely normal to have old pictures saved with loved ones. Samantha even invited fans to check that out, that it was an old picture, that she wore that dress on Raw back in December. Ricochet was also brought up in the news from MVP. MVP revealed that Ricochet was one of the original requests to WWE for the Hurt Business faction. MVP said he asked for Cedric Alexander and Ricochet, but WWE told him that he can only have one of them. MVP went with Cedric Alexander because he fully expected Ricochet to continue to be a big breakout singles star. But unfortunately, things didn't end up working out there, and Ricochet decided to hit the road and see where he can land in free agency. It's been highly reported Ricochet is expected to land in AEW, so if that rumor turns out to be true, that'll be a lot of familiar faces and new faces for him to get in the ring with over there. Speaking of big free agents, the news was confirmed earlier this week that Jeff Hardy is a free agent. This news first broke by Matt Hardy a few weeks ago, who noted that Jeff's AEW deal was up in mid-June, and reports have now been confirmed that Jeff is now officially free from his AEW contract. And it doesn't look like there'll be much of a wait to see where Jeff Hardy ends up at, because reports are already claiming that he's highly expected to sign with TNA and pop up in the immediate future. Jeff Hardy going to TNA is interesting because with WWE and TNA collaborations being in full effect, that's going to leave the door open for a Hardy Boys WWE cameo appearance in the future. But what are your thoughts on today's wrestling news? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.